slime bag! What's your problem, bro? We're trying to have a good time. Nope. Who the hell are you? What the hell? Come on! We got to go to the circus!
What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. Re-up for the good reels so you don't have to. It's your boy Brett Man's right over there, and we're coming at you today with a news update for Camp Crystal Lake, the new freaking Friday the 13th series coming to Peacock next year. I think next year. I don't think they really officially announced it.
Brad, how many times do we have to go through this? It's not Peacock, it's the Peacock!
You gotta let me fly. Yeah, man. So the Brian Fuller series that's coming to from A24 to Peacock, essentially, nothing too crazy, but just a couple updates came yesterday. Brian Fuller, the creator, as well as the writers of the show, were at a screening of Friday the 13th Part 3, like at a theater, like a theatrical kind of
like an actual
deal.
3D theater experience, dude. How fucking sick would that be to do something like that?
I would have loved to be there for that. Would have been cool. But it got better because after the show, they did a little Q&A, and Brian Fuller asked answered some questions about the upcoming series.
Oh, dude, please tell, man. Please tell.
And
before you actually tell real quick, if you've been enjoying these Friday the 13th, like the A24 series that's coming out with the Crystal Lake and all that, if you're enjoying all of it, let us know that. And what do you think about all these latest news updates in the comment section down below? Let's get that discussion rolling.
Right, you are, Ted. So I know one of these updates you're really going to be stoked about, Bertie. But yeah, so like I said, the writers were in attendance. One of the writers is actually going to be Kevin Williamson. He's going to be writing one of the episodes. He's your boy from Scream, dude. He's really well known in the horror community as being a really clever writer. I think he's got a show coming out to Peacock this weekend called Sick, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, actually, I believe it's a movie called Sick.
But
yeah, but still, Kevin Williamson, freaking horror movie. I'm down.
Yeah, dude, always clever. Now, Bertie, this one's going to get you really amped up, man. Adrienne King herself, a.k.a. Alice from the first Friday the 13th, is going to have a recurring role in this series. And I know Bertie is pumped up all the way to the pecs about this one, man.
Man, I thought I was done with her. I thought my boy Jason took care of her in part 2. What the hell? But okay, but in all seriousness, good for the fans because I know how much she means to the franchise. So good for her.
I think it's great for her too, because like when you watch all the Friday the 13th documentaries and stuff, she always wanted to be back. She always wanted to come back. She didn't want to get killed off in that second one. So I'm excited to see her come back. I don't think she's going to be playing the role of Alice per se, so it's going to be something different, but it's going to be
okay. I'm more comforting in that because that's what I was worried about. If she was going to come back to do the Alice character, but kind of wouldn't make sense for this idea that they have for the show. But yeah, if she's just like doing like a cameo role or playing a good role, kind of like how the can't remember her name real quick, but the girl that played Wednesday in the original show that was on the Netflix show.
Yeah. So it'd be something. Just a good way to pay homage, but it's going to be a recurring, legit role. It seems like. Now here's another one, Bertie. There's going to be 2 scores to pick from. Apparently, they're going to do like a new modern score, like probably something you would see in Scream and all that other stuff. And then there's also going to be an option for like a classic Harry Manfredini score, like we saw in the first 4 movies and throughout the franchise. So that's kind of exciting too, because I think we're going to get some banging music in this thing if they're putting that much thought into that already, because they haven't even written the episodes yet.
Yeah, dude, and of course, Friday the 13th, like, is one of the big things it's known for is the freaking score and the music behind it. So if we could combine that good old classic Friday the 13th score to combine with the new modern take on it, dude, sign me up for it because that's how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree, man, and I think that's really cool. And if I didn't mention earlier, they did also say they're going to start writing the series in 2 weeks, so it hasn't been written yet, but Brian Fuller has pitched 4 seasons to A24 and Peacock. So I know they signed on for one officially. They've signed on for one for sure. And apparently Peacock's going to have to pay a hefty fine if they do not do at least 2 seasons. I know initially Brian Fuller said he had ideas for 3. I think he's got 4 now. And then somebody in the audience asked him if Pamela, like to basically confirm that Pamela would be a part of this story, Pamela Voorhees. And he said that this series would be covering the life and times of these 2 characters, presumably Jason Voorhees and Pamela Voorhees as well. So I'm really excited about it. You know, we talked about it a few weeks ago when it was first announced. He confirmed that Jason's going to be there. Everything in the Friday the 13th umbrella can be in this series. So that's really cool. So we're going to see a lot of cool stuff, and we're going to have some time to really build this world up too in a series, you know, so we can really take our time with it and get really creepy and eerie and build Jason up to be the badass that he was always meant to be, but with actual build up for that. He's just not going to show up out of nowhere like he did in the original series. So I'm really excited about it.
Oh, dude, I'm so freaking excited about it, too. And from what I understood, too, also the long-lost father of Jason Voorhees might have an impact on this show, too, which that gets me excited, too, because I've always wanted to know, like, the backstory of his character. But, Brad, yeah, you absolutely nailed it, though. If we could get a freaking character buildup of Jason Voorhees versus just shove him in our face for no reason, dude, that would be freaking phenomenal and an amazing return to one of the Mount Rushmores of the horror icons in the horror genre.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked as a mofo, man. You know, we said last time it's going to be a pre-requel, like per se. It's not just a prequel; it's a whole just retelling the story in general. So I'm really stoked about it. But that's really all the updates at this point. We're going to continue to cover this as it comes out because it's something we're really excited about, and we might have some other little announcements related to this coming up at some point, hopefully very soon. So we will keep you posted on that. And man, just really stoked to continue to see updates about this series, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And yeah, that's all the news we have as of January of 2023 with the Crystal Lake A24 series. But we want to ask you guys once again, what do you think about this latest news update? Does this get you even more excited for this show, or do you still have some concerns about this show? Let us know in that comment section down below. Let's get that discussion rolling.
Yeah, and if you want to help us find the good reels, you can do so by finding us on Facebook, Instagram, Letterboxd, Twitter, TikTok, and of course Patreon. Those links are for you to find right down below.
Absolutely, and be sure to please, as we are so freaking close to 1K subscribers, to like this video, share, and subscribe, and of course ring that bell, ding ding ding, so you all know what the next set of videos and future Friday the 13th of Crystal Lake A24 series news updates are up and ready.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll see you later.